Welcome back to Dead Panic. We're playing with Julie and David, and we're about to begin turn 2. And the first thing we do, the bait token last time moved to David, so he goes first. And I should mention, each player is only able to carry 5 items, and items will include pieces of the radio. Right now, David has an AK-47, a pistol, and grip tape, which is 3 items. And for his first of 2 actions, he's going to search the cabin. Since he's in the cabin, he's going to grab a cabin card, and he finds an EpiPen. It says +1 to melee for 1 combat, can be used after the roll, play at no action cost. So that's 4 items. And since he's not in any immediate danger, he's going to search again. We're just rifling through the cabin card deck, and he finds a tire iron. Wow, that is pretty cool. He can put the grip tape on that on his next turn. This is just a +1 to melee roll. Damage 1 zombie for 1 point when melee combat is 1. So he is up to his limit right now of 5 items, so he cannot carry any more, which is going to make Julie's ability of picking 2 cards and giving 1 away a little bit useless. And it says once per turn you may draw 2 cards for your action. Well, Julie doesn't have to do that. So for her first action, we're just moving to Julie now because each character gets 2 actions. She's going to pick up the radio piece. So she has a rifle and a crowbar and a radio piece, 3 items. And for her next action, she is going to search the cabin. Again, we're not in real danger of the zombies overrunning us. She finds a first aid kit. Move the injury token on your character or character in the same space as you back 1 space. So basically you can heal 1 wound. Okay, that's very quickly the 2 actions for each player. And next we're on to drawing the event card. Not good, but let's see what it is. All right, so we're drawing the top event card, and it is a Shambler Storm. Ooh, that sounds bad. So we're going to get 2 zombies drawn, because that's number of zombies. It says all Shamblers move 1 additional space during the move zombies phase. And that's not good for us, because we have a ton of Shamblers on the board. So that's going to be our current bad event. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the 2 tokens. And we're going to see what they are. So token number 1. Let's get some more survivors out here. We find... well, we have a sprinter. That's not good. Where does the sprinter show up? In section 3, which is right up here. And our second token is, oh great, a shambler who's going to move 2 spaces, and he shows up in section 2, which is just slightly off camera up at the top here. And now we have to move all the zombies, and Shamblers are going to move 2 spaces instead of 1. So first up we have a creeper here in section 1, and we roll a 2, and so creepers only move if you roll a 4, 5, 6. So he's going to stay put. Shamblers are going to move twice, and unfortunately these 2 Shamblers are going to move up and hit the wall. One is going to put, so the first of the 2 Shamblers is going to put a crack on the wall. The second Shambler hitting the wall is going to destroy it. So we've just lost a wall. We have 3 Shamblers sitting right there. The Brawler is just going to move 1. The Sprinter is going to move 2, so they're right outside in the yard. And this Shambler is going to move twice. Once, he's going to hit the wall. He's going to crack the wall. And this Shambler, which is just at the bottom here, is going to move twice. Once, twice, hitting and cracking the wall. So, very quickly, bad things have happened to us. Of course, the event cards are awful every single time. And now that we're finished with moving zombies, we are fight zombies, but none of our survivors or heroes are in a space with a zombie. So that's not going to happen. And then, that's going to be the end of turn 2. The bait token is going to pass back over to Julie. So... we just readjust the camera, and we're going to go right into turn 3. All right, so to begin turn 3, I think Julie is... David has 5 items. He can't carry anymore. Julie has 4, because she has the first aid kit, rifle, crowbar, and 1 piece of the radio. So she's going to do her first action. She's just going to search and take one card. And she finds a fire axe. +1 to melee roll. And it does 2 damage when it hits. Damage 1 zombie for 2 points when melee combat is won. So that's an awesome melee item to have. She only has 1 action left. And she now has a full inventory. And so where does she want to move? I think she's going to move, wow, I don't know. I think she's just going to move 1 space north for her second action. And now we're over to David. And we're just going to zoom down on his play area because we're going to do, the first of his actions is going to be putting the grip tape on the tire iron. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, it says for 1 action on the grip tape here, place one of your melee weapons. So you put this on one of your melee weapons, and it gets +1 to melee roll. So we're going to attach that to his tire iron, and that's going to give him a +1 to hit. And now this becomes his inventory. Now he only has 4 items instead of 5 because the grip tape becomes part of the tire iron. All right, back to the board. I think for his second action, he is going to... he's going to search, I think, because now he has 1 more inventory slot. So let's go back to the board, and he's going to search the cabin. All right, so for David's second action, searching the cabin, and he finds a flare gun. Ooh, this is pretty good. It says draw 1 survivor from the bag. So if you use it, you can draw a survivor from the bag, roll a die, place a survivor in the woods. So you're basically signaling a survivor in the woods, or damage 2 zombies in the same space for 1 point each. And after you use it, of course, it flips over, becomes a club. So we can get the survivor out of the bag early if we want to do that. And we might need to do that. All right, that is the 2 actions, 1 for each character. And following that, of course, we have the lovely event card. Oh man, I don't like the sound of this. Rush. Of course, we're going to be drawing 2 zombies from the bag. It says roll both dice and move all zombies in the resulting arcs 1 additional space during the move zombies phase. Ooh, that is painful. All right, we're going to have to roll 2 dice, and those results on the die are going to be double movement for zombies in those zones. But of course, first we need to pull 2 tokens from the bag. So the first token we get, oh great, another sprinter, and the sprinter is going to show up in section 4, which is right here. And the next one, come on, where's the other survivor? There are 3 survivors total, and we find a shambler. The shambler is going to show up in section 2, which is way at the top. I'll just place it up there. You won't be able to see me place it. However, it is up there, believe me. Okay, and now we need to roll 2 dice, and we have to find out the sections that we're going to get double movement. So we're going to get a double movement in arc 1, which is okay because it just has the, well, maybe it's not okay. Anyhow, and in arc 4, which has, oh great, the sprinter gets to move twice. Yeah, we're in trouble. I have to zoom out a little bit here, and we're going to get, I'm just going to leave the dice here. So in 1 and 4. So I remember that that's the double movement spots. Let me zoom out, and we'll get moving these hordes of zombies. All right, so section 1 here is going to get a double movement. I'm going to have to roll this die, though. So we know that the creeper may move twice. Well, it says they move 1 additional space. So the creeper is going to move 1 no matter what. And we're going to roll 4, 5, 6. The creeper moves again. Now, creeper's special ability is he slides right through the wall. And now he is in the same space as Julie. Not good. All right, we go to, let me just pan up a little bit. Go to arc 2. All 3 shamblers now moving right inside the cabin, and the shambler is going to move 1 ahead. And let me readjust the camera. We'll go to arc 3 and 4. All right, not good. Arc 3, we have the brawler hits the wall. Yep, and cracks it. And then the sprinter hits the wall and destroys the wall. Now, the sprinter has 2 movement, but every time a wall is destroyed, no matter how much movement, all zombie movement stops in this zone. So they're not moving anywhere. which I guess is good for us. And now, unfortunately, we have double movement in section 4. So the Shambler, his first movement is going to destroy the wall. And I don't think he moves anymore. Even though he gets 2 movements, it would be like a sprinter at the wall. Once a wall has been hit, all movement of zombies stops. Now this sprinter, though, gets to go 2 times. So his first movement is going to be 1-2. He gets to the yard. Unfortunately for David, his second movement is going to be 1-2, and now he's in the same space. Which we didn't quite see that. So he went to the yard and 1-2, same space as David. All right, that is zombie movement. Now it is time to fight zombies. So we're going to start with Julie. She is over here with a creeper. So let me readjust the camera and we'll get to doing the battle. All right, so Julie is here with the creeper. The creeper is only a 6 to hit. And Julie is going to use, if this will focus, her fire axe, which is +1 to melee roll. And it says damage a zombie for 2 hit points. Well, the creeper only has 1. So she's going to roll 2 dice, add +1 to it, and she needs to get a 6 or higher. And she gets a 5, +1 is 6. And that is a tie with the 6 value on the creeper. So basically, when there's a tie, nothing happens. Neither Julie takes a wound or has to drop an item, and the creeper's not destroyed. So she basically fends it off with the fire axe. And now we have David, and he's fighting a sprinter. And the sprinter has 2 health points. And he is, what is he going to do? Well, he has the EpiPen up his sleeve. He's going to go ahead and use the tire iron. And the tire iron is basically like the fire axe, except it only does 1 damage. But he does get +1 to his melee roll, and it has a grip tape on it. So it is actually going to be +2 to his melee roll, because it has the grip tape and it already gives him +1. So he needs to get a 7. He gets +2. So he gets 7 + 2 is 9. So he hits the sprinter. But he only does 1 damage. So the sprinter is just knocked down 1 damage, but he's still there. All right. That is the end of Fight Zombies. And now we pass the bait token. So Julie was first player, and now we're going back to David. So let me just zoom out a bit, recap, and that's the end of turn 3, and that will be the end of this episode. All right, so that was turn 2 and turn 3. Things heating up pretty nastily with 3 walls of the cabin already blown down. We have a mountain of shamblers. We have Brawler, a couple sprinters. Things not looking great. However, David has the AK-47, which is an awesome item for just blowing things away. And Julie's got the rifle, crowbar, and we're not doing too badly. And also David has the flare gun. So David can do a lot of damage next episode. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for turns 4 and 5 of Dead Panic, as Julie, the delivery driver, and David, the personal trainer, try to survive the onslaught of zombies while collecting radio pieces, putting them together, and trying to call the rescue truck and get out of here before they're killed. All right, thanks so much for watching. Join me next time. Oh my word, what a crock of mistakes. I forgot a whole bunch of stuff. So at turn 2, this Shambler didn't move at all. It should have moved 1 and 2 spaces to put a crack on the wall. So that's the first error that happened in turn 2, and I think that was the only one, I hope. Turn 3, however, I messed up quite a bit. So let me just readjust the camera and we'll get to that. All right, first up is I moved the sprinter double time. He should have only moved 1 extra space, which would have put him here and not in the same space as David for fighting. So that fixes the sprinter. He should be sitting there. And then let me just readjust the camera for the next couple of things. I forgot to move the zombies in Arc 5 and 6. So that should, I believe, clean up the errors for the end of turns 2 and 3. I apologize for that. Let me just readjust the camera and fix the last 2 things that I forgot to move. Yes, Arc 5. This Shambler moves into a cracked wall. The wall is destroyed. And also this Shambler, which I forgot to move again, moves into this wall, which has a crack on it. That wall is destroyed. So now I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and that should now be the end of turn 2 and 3. Okay, sorry about all that. I've tried to do them in arc order so I wouldn't forget, and of course I promptly forgot to move a couple of zombies and didn't move some properly, and I just totally forgot to move others. Alright, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for turns 4 and 5, where I will make multiple mistakes again and probably need to correct them at the end of the episode. Alright, thanks for watching. Join me next time.